Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys a review on the LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett's Throne Room. It is set number 75326, comes with 732 pieces, and is rated ages 9 and up. This set is primarily based off the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 with the end credit scene. Though they consider this a Book of Boba Fett set, this set takes place in that scene where Boba Fett officially takes over Jabba Fett's former crime family by killing Bib Fortuna. Overall though, it has some great minifigures, including some brand new molds, some completely exclusive minifigures. However, and I'll just say it now, it is a very overpriced set for what it offers, aside from those minifigures. At $99.99 US dollars and $129.99 Canadian, the set is simply too expensive for what it offers you. But that's not to say it doesn't have some cool features and, again, good minifigures. So without further ado, let's start off this review by looking at the box. So box has some really great detail on it, showing the Tatooine landscape behind, continuing LEGO's new boxes where they're kind of modeling themselves after Hasbro's Black Series. So this dark green does represent Book of Boba Fett. I'm okay with it not being Mandalorian, since even though this set does take place in the Mandalorian Season 2 post-credit scene, I'm still okay with them classifying this as a Book of Boba Fett set. Your mileage may vary, but that's not something I'm going to complain super hard about. Do have the very nice box art. The hilarious thing is just the color scheme of the helmet. You can clearly tell is more in line with this, his printed torso, than the actual figure is. You got Fennec Shand, and yeah, you can see the nice figure selection on the box. The back has, again, showcased some of the features of the set. Apparently just sitting characters down as a feature. You have the ability to throw Bib Fortuna off the chair, move the throne, throw the figure there. So yeah, quite a few decent little figures, ability to open it up. Yeah, that is the box. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have Boba Fett, and this figure is what I would classify as 80% perfect. The legs, the torso, the arms, even the weapon are all perfect. The issues lie in the jetpack and the helmet, and that is simply in the color scheme of the helmet and jetpack. It's just clearly incorrect. LEGO is clearly just being lazy. It's not going to be that expensive to change the color of these. They're just trying to swindle people and hope not enough people complain. And it's very disappointing just how off it is. I hope one day we do get an accurate, updated Boba Fett helmet and jetpack. I just think it would be great, but for the time being, this is what we got. And like I said, torso and leg printing looks excellent. You see the nice, incredible arm printing detail there. This is the same Boba Fett we get in the downscaled Slave 1 that came out a short time ago. And then again, there's arm printing, less detail on this arm, but still overall plenty of detail considering the level of detail of the arm printing. Showing Boba Fett without his helmet on. You can see the torso a little bit better as well as the back printing. Not double-sided head, as he does have scars around. Overall, very, very nice figure. Next up, we have Fennec Shand. Now this one is slightly different because this one does not have her helmet that she is kind of famous for wearing, as we've seen in the Bad Batch, The Mandalorian Season 2, and parts of Book of Boba Fett, though we do see her quite a bit without her helmet off, and it is nice to get the hairpiece. That seems to be the one gripe with people with this figure, is they don't think the hairpiece is perfect. I definitely agree, but I don't think it's terrible either. It was an interesting choice, but I think it slightly works. It would have been better if it was like one that went to the side a bit, I think, but overall, I still think it captures the overall vibe of the character, and at the end of the day, you can always grab a different hairpiece if you feel it works better. Very nice printing. This one is the same we got in the Imperial Light Cruiser, besides from the not including the helmet, which is interesting that they didn't even include the helmet on this figure, just the hairpiece. Nice arm detail there, same on that side. The nice torso back print there. Very nice figure. Next up, we do have the Gamorrean guard carrying his axe there. Now this is one molded piece all around on here, but does have new printed legs. You can see the nice detail on those, fully printed. This is a completely updated Gamorrean guard as well, compared to what we had in the past, so that is very nice to see. But not a whole lot else to add to it, just a very nice detail, and just to show off, it's just a plain body and arms underneath, but this part is still very nicely detailed. You can see the printing looks perfect on this. Next up, we do have a Felin dancer. Now I believe this character was actually named in the show's credits, but I'm not entirely sure. Remember what the name is, but on the box it just lists her as a Felin dancer. We do see her in the credit scene as well. She's kind of witnesses Bib Fortuna's demise. Still very nice and unique figure to get. Got the pink afro hair to represent her kind of alien hair. Very nicely detailed. Nice back printing as well. And does have a double-sided face, with her being more angry, perhaps angry that her Mark and Bib Fortuna has been killed. Next up, we have the Weequay Guard. Now these are the pirates that we've seen throughout the Clone Wars and in live action, typically guarding Jabba's palace, or now in this case, Boba Fett's palace, though in particular the Weequays in the show do not become members of Bib Fortuna's overall crime family. Still very nice figure. We've gotten some versions of Weequays in the past, but this is a brand new, unique one. You can see the nice torso print to represent the hair pieces there, the 3 hair pieces. Very nice. No arm or leg printing there, but that is okay. Overall, nice figure. Next up, we have probably one of the coolest new figures in the set, and that is a Quarren. So the Quarren have been in Star Wars for a while, I think since the original Star Wars movie, but this is our first LEGO Quarren. They played a pretty big role during the arc in the Clone Wars as well, so never did get one back in when the Clone Wars LEGO was still popping off, but still very nice detail on this figure. This piece in particular, it's all molded in one. It's kind of a rubbery thing, kind of similar to what we've been getting for Kit Fisto. You can see there the nice detail, and then the printing underneath, very nice as well. And last but certainly not least, we have Bib Fortuna. Now this one is supposed to be a bit on the chubbier side than we actually see in this case. And overall, it's a nice figure. It's not perfectly accurate again, because he is supposed to be significantly larger, and the only thing that suggests that is his headpiece being thicker than the previous version. They didn't really try to make him look super big. I'll just take off his... But you can see the nice detail on the figure torso there. No arm or leg printing either. Oh wait, there is leg printing, but no arm printing. Does have a double-sided face of him being more, I'd say, terrified of Boba Fett. Taking a look at Boba Fett's temple, you can see how downscaled it really is overall. The overall set is very, very small, but it still has some decent features in it. For starters, you can bring these in. You can't fully wrap them around, but you can kind of close them in and essentially make this more accurate in the sense that the characters would walk down these stairs and see Bib Fortuna on his chair. We'll just put him on there. Oops. Like so. And then with this top, which is supposed to represent the area where you could fall in to face the now deceased Rancor from Return of the Jedi. But the main feature of the set, I would say, is the ability to knock Bib Fortuna off his throne, like so. So I'll pull it out later, but there's just a pretty cool little feature where you just flick this lever here and it knocks whatever character you have off the throne. And Bib Fortuna has been killed. You can see some of the nice detail, some sticker detail here, and then all here and here. Kind of wish, also up here as well. I do wish here was particularly printed. I'll show why in a moment, but just I had some difficulty lining it up, and you can see right there, I had to pull it off and redo it, and that now it's always going to be kind of out there like that. You do have the feature to knock a figure off, like so. It's not perfect, but basically you would just turn this lever and the figure would go flying off. So I'll do it with another one as well. Yeah. Looking at this side, it's just a little seating area. You can place some figures to share some drinks. So got the corn in there. Sure, we'll throw in right there. They'll just hang out in the back there. Taking a look at the back of the set, you can see some more excellent detail. You got the snake slithering around. Nice smoothness of the set all around. See the back window here, as well as the opening. So you can play around with this feature quite a bit, actually. So the eye is sticking out. You can put it back in if you'd so desire, so it shoots out. You know, it's that eye thing that interviews potential visitors. And then you can lift it up as well, like so, and they can walk through. Held up by the eye at the top here, just to make sure. It actually seems to stay okay, but it can just drop down like so. Overall, though, there isn't a whole lot of detail. You can see the other side of the watchtower does have some room, so you can place a figure here. There isn't really any place to really place them other than right there on both sides, as there isn't a whole lot of studs. So this is probably the area that are the most downsizing of the set, I would say, is this watchtower. Used to be way taller than it currently is on the older set. Now you can open up the back of this set as well to reveal some other nice details, like so. Starting off here, got a nice little kitchen area. There's a little bit of room you can place some figures. You got the nice printed control panel here, nice lights, pot, bottle, pourer as well. You do have the rotisserie turning here, which you can play around with like so. Very nice. You got some bones there, another drink. And it's just the other side of the set, essentially. Very nicely detailed overall. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the overall look of the set. The only other thing to show off is this throne. So you pull out the throne, reveals a nice little storage area. You got some, what I assume to be Beskar tiles, as well as a couple of weapons. Showing the throne, you can see some of the sticker detail closer. Looks very nice. Would have been even better if those pieces were all printed, especially those Rancor ones would have been really awesome. Unfortunately, they went with stickers. And you can see how the functionality works. So basically, figure goes on like so and like that. Pretty simple, but it works quite well. See the overall detail of the set. The back doesn't have as much detail, of course, but yeah, got a nice drink there, some popcorn pieces as well. Just overall nice and very easy to go on. Now, because it's so easy to go on, it doesn't stay on if you move it certain ways. So, for instance, if I lift it up, it actually stays quite well. But over time, it might get looser. The LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett's Throne Room is an overall pretty decent set that is simply supremely overpriced for what it offers. Even though it's not perfect to look at price per piece, 732 pieces for $100 or $130 Canadian, US, etc. Simply just overpriced. Even though the figures are somewhat exclusive, some of them to me just feel like they're not going to cost as much long term. You know, the Gamorrean Guard, the Corrin, I could see being in future sets, Boba Fett, Fennec Shand as well. So the only real exclusive figures to me are the Thelan Dancer and Bib Fortuna. I also would consider the Weequay Guard potentially able to be reused in another set in the future. And just overall, I don't think the exclusivity of some of these figures is going to last, or at least some of the parts. Like I could see the Corrin having a different torso, but his molded head being used in other pieces, etc. I think if this set was, say, $80 US and $110 or $100 Canadian, far better price point for this set. I purchased this set with double VIP points, so I got a little bit back in purchasing this set. Still not perfect. Could have waited for the set to go on sale, either Amazon, Walmart, or Mastermind Toys, etc. And I would definitely urge you guys to wait until the set is on sale to purchase it, just because while the figures of the set are very good, I just think the overall build is lacking. It definitely can be improved upon. We've seen some other YouTubers, you know, combine two of them and create some much better looking structures than what we got in this set, in my opinion. I still think the overall design of the set is okay. It's just lacking. Really, this top part, the tower especially, it being downgraded is really disappointing. And I just think it could have been a far superior set, even if it was a carbon copy of the previous one, because when you start to worry about offending everyone, you're still going to offend other people, is kind of how I view it. And just, the set just doesn't look as good as it could have looked, in my opinion. With that being said, that is all my opinion. This has been LEGO Dynasty. Please let me know your thoughts about the set in the comments below. Have you guys picked it up? Are you planning to? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.